Hey, 49ers faithful! We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. The news dropped like a thunderclap across the NFL landscape. HAASON Reddick, one of the most relentless pass rushers in the league, is officially joining the San Francisco 49ers. In a move that few saw coming, the Niners managed to secure the services of a player who has been terrorizing quarterbacks for years. Reddick's journey from first-round pick to one of the most feared edge defenders in football is already legendary, and now he's set to add a new chapter under the bright lights of Levi's Stadium. Sources close to the team describe the deal as both strategic and shocking, signaling that San Francisco is going all in for another Super Bowl push. Fans are buzzing, analysts are recalculating, and opposing offensive coordinators are already losing sleep. For the 49ers, this isn't just another acquisition. It's a statement that the franchise intends to dominate the trenches like never before. In a division already packed with offensive firepower, Reddick's arrival could completely change the calculus. The energy around the locker room has reportedly shifted overnight, as defensive teammates realize they've gained a weapon capable of altering the momentum of games all by himself. HAASON Reddick's signing didn't just send shockwaves through the Bay Area. It shook the entire NFC to its core. With Nick Bosa already anchoring one side of the defensive line, adding Reddick feels like stacking dynamite on top of dynamite. The pairing is being hailed as potentially one of the most explosive edge duos in the NFL. Coaches around the league understand what that means. More pressure, fewer seconds for quarterbacks to throw, and a defense capable of suffocating even the most balanced offenses. Reddick's speed, flexibility, and uncanny ability to convert pressure into panic make him a unique asset in any scheme. But in San Francisco's disciplined, high-motor defense, those talents might elevate to an entirely new level. The 49ers have always prided themselves on physical dominance, and Reddick fits that culture seamlessly. Team insiders report that defensive coordinator Nick Sorensen has already begun designing new blitz packages to unleash Reddick in unpredictable ways. If everything clicks, this could redefine what a modern NFL pass rush looks like. The league just got a lot more dangerous for quarterbacks. Behind the scenes, the deal reportedly took weeks of quiet negotiations, conducted under intense secrecy to avoid leaks that might drive up Reddick's market value. San Francisco general manager John Lynch, known for his aggressive and calculated roster moves, played his cards close to the chest. When the announcement finally broke, insiders say even some 49ers players were stunned. Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan have a shared vision: maintain offensive brilliance while fielding a defense that can end games on its own. Reddick's versatility allows him to drop back into coverage or explode off the edge, a flexibility that fits perfectly with San Francisco's evolving defensive identity. It's a rare combination, a proven star whose hunger still burns like a rookie trying to earn his first start. Those who know Reddick personally say he's already embraced the 49ers mentality, walking into the facility with the calm intensity of someone who knows exactly what he came to do: wreck plays, dismantle protection schemes, and make opposing quarterbacks question their career choices every Sunday afternoon. Fans are already envisioning highlight reels of Reddick and Bosa collapsing pockets in perfect synchronization. The anticipation is reaching fever pitch, with ticket sales spiking and social media flooded with clips of Reddick's previous seasons. The sacks, the forced fumbles, the game-changing tackles that turned him into a household name. San Francisco's fan base, always passionate, feels something different this time. A mix of excitement and inevitability, as if destiny has just tilted in their favor. Local sports radio is dominated by callers proclaiming this the final piece to a Super Bowl puzzle years in the making. Even analysts who are usually skeptical of splashy signings admit that this one feels special. The chemistry between a technician like Bosa and a disruptor like Reddick could create chaos unseen since the heyday of the 1985 Bears or the 2000 Ravens. For a team that prides itself on controlled aggression, this pairing could be the most lethal version yet, Not just a defense that reacts, but one that dictates and devastates. Inside Levi's Stadium, there's a growing sense that something monumental is brewing. Coaches have described Reddick's first workouts as a storm in motion. His speed off the line almost impossible to measure in real time. His communication with teammates, especially Boza and linebacker Fred Warner, has been instant and natural. The trio reportedly spent extra hours studying film together, dissecting offensive tendencies and brainstorming ways to collapse pockets faster than ever. Reddick's influence is already rubbing off. Defensive linemen are pushing themselves harder, linebackers are more vocal, and even the secondary is talking about how much easier coverage will become when quarterbacks barely have time to blink. That's the ripple effect a player like Reddick brings. He elevates everyone. Opponents know that when San Francisco's front seven starts humming, offensive plans crumble. And now, with Reddick added to the mix, it's not just about sacking quarterbacks. It's about dismantling their rhythm, confidence, and control over the game entirely. But beyond the stats and strategy, there's an undeniable emotional current running through this story. HAASON Reddick's path to the 49ers feels almost cinematic. From underdog beginnings at Temple University to proving himself in multiple NFL systems, to now joining a storied franchise on the brink of greatness. His journey embodies resilience, adaptation, and sheer willpower. He's the type of player who doesn't just chase quarterbacks, he chases legacy. And that's exactly what San Francisco is built for. Players who want their names etched alongside legends. The 49ers haven't just signed an elite defender. They've embraced a mentality. In a league obsessed with offense, this move is a reminder that defense still wins championships. Reddick brings with him not just physical skill, but a relentless mindset that can shift the balance of power across the NFL. Every snap he takes in red and gold will echo a message. The 49ers aren't here to compete. They're here to conquer. All right, listen up, because this isn't just another offseason headline. This is the kind of move that makes the NFL stop and stare. HAASON Reddick to the San Francisco 49ers? That's not just a signing. That's a declaration of war against every quarterback in the league. You can feel it, right? That tension in the air, that buzz that says something big just shifted. The 49ers didn't just pick up a player. They grabbed a storm and shoulder pads. Reddick's got that predator energy. He's fast, furious, and ruthless when he smells blood in the pocket. Combine that with Nick Boza? Man, you might as well start writing apology letters to every QB scheduled to play San Francisco next season. This defense was already scary, but now it's horror movie level. Reddick doesn't wait for plays to develop. He creates chaos. And you know what? That's exactly what the Niners needed. That edge, that hunger, that raw, unstoppable force that can turn a game in a single heartbeat. Let's be real. San Francisco was already built like a tank. The offense hums, the defense dominates, but adding Reddick just upgraded that engine from diesel to rocket fuel. Every time I watch his highlights, I swear it looks like he's moving in fast forward while everyone else is stuck in slow motion. Quarterbacks barely take their drop before he's in their face. He doesn't just sack, he smothers. And when you mix that with Boza's calculated precision, what you get is something terrifying, like two apex predators hunting the same prey. I'm telling you, no offensive line is ready for that kind of double pressure. Teams are going to start throwing screens and quick passes out of pure desperation. And the wild part? Reddick thrives on that too. He's disciplined enough to read it, athletic enough to adjust, and ruthless enough to finish the play anyway. This isn't hype, this is evolution. The 49ers defense didn't just get better. It got unfair. You can already see it in the players' eyes, man. Watch the training clips. Fred Warner smiling like he just won the lottery. Boza grinning like he knows exactly what's about to happen. That energy? It's contagious. Reddick didn't come in as an outsider. He came in like family. That's rare. Usually, big signings take time to settle, to find rhythm. Not this guy. He's already in the mix, already leading, already pushing everyone around him to go harder. That's the kind of leadership that doesn't show up on a stat sheet, but wins championships. The dude's a worker. First in, last out, full throttle every rep. And for the fans, this is what they've been craving. That next-level defensive identity that screams fearlessness. You can hear it in the locker room, feel it in the crowd. The Niners are done playing nice. They're hunting again. And Reddick? He's the one leading the pack. Now let's talk legacy, because make no mistake, HAASON Reddick isn't chasing just stats anymore. He's chasing history. The man's been disrespected, doubted, and moved around, but every time, he comes back sharper. Philly let him walk, and now he's got a point to prove, and oh boy, it's about to get personal. He's joining a defense that already eats offenses alive, and he's adding spice to an already fiery recipe. Imagine being a quarterback in the NFC right now. You see Reddick on one side, Bosa on the other, Warner lurking in the middle. Where do you even look? There's nowhere safe, no escape route. That's the kind of psychological warfare that breaks teams before kickoff. You can't scheme against speed, power, and fury all wrapped into one. Reddick is about to remind everyone why you never underestimate a man who's still hungry, even after success. And let me tell you something. This move changes the vibe of the entire NFC. Every contender just flinched a little. You think the Cowboys, Eagles, and Lions aren't rethinking their protection schemes right now? They are. Every offensive coordinator just circled that Niners matchup and started sweating. The NFC West. Forget it. The Rams and Seahawks are already praying their quarterbacks survive. This isn't just a roster move. It's psychological dominance. The 49ers have turned fear into strategy. You can't prepare for chaos, and that's exactly what Reddick brings. Pure, unpredictable, calculated chaos. That's why fans are losing their minds online, calling this the best move of the year. Because deep down, they know this is what championship teams do. They don't just add players. They add nightmares. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Here's the bottom line. HAASON Reddick to the 49ers isn't just a signing, it's a warning. To every quarterback, every offensive line, every coach who thought they had time, that clock just ran out. The Niners were already contenders, but now they're monsters. This defense is about to become a living highlight reel of broken pockets, collapsed plays, and quarterbacks staring up at the sky wondering what just hit them. And for Reddick, this is personal redemption, the next step in a career built on proving people wrong. For fans, it's electric. For opponents, it's terrifying. For the league, it's a new reality. The storm has landed in San Francisco, and it wears number 7. Sources close to the team hint that Jalen Ramsey's official recognition as the leader of the 49ers secondary could also influence the team's locker room dynamics in unexpected ways. Rumors suggest that his presence has already prompted veterans to elevate their performance, motivated by a central figure whose standards are non-negotiable and whose expectations permeate every practice, film session, and game plan discussion. Analysts speculate that the team's secondary could experience a dramatic improvement in coverage consistency, communication, and execution, potentially translating into higher turnover rates and more impactful defensive plays. Fans are closely following social media chatter, analyzing every clip, sideline gesture, and interview for signs of Ramsey's influence, fueling speculation about his leadership style and effectiveness. Industry insiders hint at subtle, behind-the-scenes mentorship, with Ramsey guiding younger players not only in technique, but in preparation, mental toughness, and reading offenses at an elite level. The rumor mill suggests that this kind of centralized leadership may serve as a blueprint for other teams, highlighting the potential for a single dominant presence to elevate an entire unit. Observers note that such a shift could redefine the 49ers' defensive identity, transforming them into a unit known not just for physical skill, but for strategic sophistication and discipline. Rival teams are reportedly taking notice, re-evaluating offensive plans, and considering ways to challenge a secondary now led by one of the league's most formidable and respected figures. The anticipation is palpable as fans, media, and insiders alike monitor Ramsey's impact. speculating on whether his leadership will translate into tangible results on the field and potentially set a precedent for defensive leadership across the NFL. Whispers around the league indicate that Ramsey's leadership could influence more than just on-field performance. Insiders suggest it could affect future personnel decisions, including free agency and draft strategies. Rumors hint that younger defensive backs might see Ramsey's mentorship as a rare opportunity to develop under one of the league's premier talents, potentially altering their career trajectories. Analysts speculate that this centralized leadership approach may enable the 49ers to implement more advanced coverage schemes, knowing they have a player capable of adjusting assignments, reading formations, and communicating in real time. Social media chatter reflects fan excitement and debate, with threads dissecting every practice clip and interview for indications of Ramsey's influence. Industry insiders hint that opposing teams are recalibrating strategies, factoring Ramsey's presence into game planning and play-calling decisions. Fans are speculating whether this move will lead to a noticeable improvement in defensive statistics, particularly in pass coverage and turnover generation. Observers also note that Ramsey's approach may inspire a culture of accountability across the team, elevating not just the secondary, but the entire defensive unit. The rumors, speculation, and analysis point to a broader narrative. Ramsey's leadership may represent a pivotal moment in the 49ers' recent history, one with the potential to impact performance, strategy, and team culture in profound ways. The story is evolving, and every practice, game, and media interaction now carries added weight as fans and analysts watch Ramsey shape the identity of one of the NFL's storied franchises. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.